Yeah, man.
Tell them to make noise, to make noise, darling.
Yeah,
Tell them to make noise, to make noise, darling. Tell them to make noise, to make noise, darling. Tell them to make noise, to make noise, darling.
The people on tire, the people on fed up. Poor people they suffer, the country don't ganga. No future for the youth, so tramadol and kush. Paopa, they treat we like we not sober. Rest on the here, but mine don't be here. Your pass don't be here. Petrol don't turn boy picking.
Tell them to make noise, darling.
Free town.
Tell them to make noise, to make noise.
Boko no kene makailang.
Tell them to make noise, to make noise.
Makeni pot loco kabia.
Tell them to make noise, darling.
Freedom is coming. Freedom is coming. Freedom is coming. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left. When we soldier them left, right, left, right, left, right, left. When we youth man them left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Paopa, they treat we like we not sober. Rest don't be here, but mine don't be here. Your pass don't be here. Petrol don't turn boy picking.
Tell them to make noise, darling.
Free town.
Tell them to make noise, to make noise.
Boko no kene makailang.
Tell them to make noise, to make noise.
Makeni pot loco kabia.
Tell them to make noise, darling.
Freedom is coming. Freedom is coming. Freedom is coming. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left. When we soldier them left, right, left, right, left, right, left. When we youth man them left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Power to the people. Why we economy not stable? We not able put food on the table. We don't tire with them parable. Paopa, they treat we like we not sober. Rest don't be here, but mine don't be here. Your pass don't be here. Petrol don't turn boy picking.
Tell them to make noise, darling.
Free town.
Tell them to make noise, to make noise.
Boko no kene makailang.
Tell them to make noise, to make noise.
Makeni pot loco kabia.
Tell them to make noise, to make noise, darling.
Freedom is coming. Freedom is coming. Freedom is coming.
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are.
Greetings to all the comrades of the APC. This is the APC online TV platform, the diaspora, and this is the mouthpiece of the diaspora. Today, na the 24th of September 2023. Today, na Sunday, and inside the UK at 7 o'clock, and Sierra Leone at 6 o'clock. Me and a comrade Owen Kasu with a co-host na comrade Atia. And today we get a very, very important topic for discuss. Of course, last week we've been telling us say we get news bulletin the way they come to now every week. And of course, today is of no exception. We still get the news where they come. But they come straight as of now. We go bring come towards the middle of this discussion. With me today, I get two very important comrades them, very, very eloquent people them at the APC diaspora. One of them from Sweden, the current Secretary General of the APC Sweden um, districts. We na Comrade Andrew Kamara of Sweden. We can talk to you about this very important topic. And the next one could be Comrade Mohammed Conte, we na the current London constituency chairman. But before I go any further, my host don't come we na Lady Fatia. We go can tell you more about Mohammed Conte, we na the current chairman of In Constituency Society. Just Fatia.
Hello, good afternoon, good morning, good evening. Osaiva on a day, I tell you I do for quite a while now. I'm not seeing una, I know you're from una because I did off. So I'm back now, so I'm here representing the APC Youth and Island TV online. I want to talk with the chairman, we get guests. We basically get two guests. We get Mohammed Conte, then we get the wonderful Andrew Kamara as well of Sweden. So Mohammed Conte, I'm your person, now me chairman for the London constituency. I work with him. I'm gonna have to apologize. I'm echoing a lot, so I'm gonna have to leave this flow and then come back in. I'm really sorry about that, guys. I'll let my Wakasi carry on with the words I logged in and logged back on.
Right. Bit of a technical issue there on the side of Fatia in end, but still we are still going on. We're still live, and the topic what we get today, now the dialogue. The dialogue between APC and the SLPP will be mediated by international observers, international organizations like maybe the ECOWAS and maybe the African Union, the Commonwealth, and other organizations them. And in fact, we get the religious council also locally in Sierra Leone will get for be part of that dialogue day and stuff like that. But we guess them we can tell you more about this dialogue. Within APC get for can dialogue about. Today will be the Rebots dialogue, with the Rebot negotiation, with the Rebot engagement. And APC being very careful about using the word dialogue or negotiation. Then we always they say engagements. We get for engage. So but now the terminology don't change from engagement to dialogue. Now one for can make we guess and can tell we what thing they can dialogue about. Waiting now we own demands them. Of course we understand few months ago before the elections, Dr. Samora Kamara being come up with a statement demanding make some kind about 6 or 8 solid demands them that one of which is a Mohammed Kone when the electoral commissioner for resign from in position along with in commissioners them. He also talk about the election papers them, the voting papers them, and the registration cards them, everything. It demands certain things the way the guests that we can talk to you. But first of all, I want to bring the London chairman, Mr. Mohammed Conte, making can tell we waiting really APC they go dialogue about. Over to you, sir.
Good evening, Comrade Owen Kasu. And then, of course, good evening to comrades around the world with the watch and other civil unions. Of course, thank you very much, Owen Kasu, for that wonderful question there. First of all, I want to look to waiting a dialogue. Like you say, the language they change from time to time. That's politics. Due to the prevailing condition, in the warrants whether the language will change. In this case, we now get a dialogue between we and the former president, because I deliberately call our president, because we as Sierra Leoneans and Egyptians not legitimacy. Meaning we don't recognize him as president until the deal be done. That's the reason why we get a dialogue in the first place. We all know say dialogue na a conversation or discussion between two or more people for resolve problem. And in this case, the APC, we know say we get problem with am because the electoral commission wey suppose for kind of run the affairs of election na salon don prematurely make pronouncement of elections the way in fact they're not done for compile the RRF forms they yet, or they're not kind of forward all the information where they need, I mean the results from various areas then. So at the end of the day, they went ahead and pronounced Madabio as the winner of that elections day, regardless the fact
I'm
that
still in twice. Why am I in twice?
New don't give their own results. The international observers them don't dispute the results based on the fact that they witness a lot of actions them where lead this particular decision where they describe the elections as flawed. So if this is so, now in lead we to this dialogue because the man don't claim or ECSL don't pronounce them, say now in win. So we dispute the results, and therefore the international organizations them come now for can dialogue between we and them. Definitely we'll therefore put we on kind of stake at the table. A dialogue, as you know, the starting points, now what you get, you present them at the table, and what your opponents get, you present them to the table. And then the referees them, they look into them. Now they the flexibility get for come inside. Now a give and take. Definitely we know they expect 100%. Politics now a shoot game, they keep you casting close to your chest. And so far we the APC don't do just that. We don't keep we cast them close to our chest. If then we know we so or they call it say we don't strategic this time around, I believe say we don't try very well for let the world will see we say we are strategic and that we mean business. And a serious business this. Imagine for go wrong the decisions of what people then come rain or shine and come on at the four corners of the country for decide the future, their own future, then picking a future, then grand picking and great grand picking a future. Then all of a sudden, this man can claim say that he win these elections. Who say we country they go? So definitely we frown against that, and therefore needed more than waiting and do, and even waiting the international community that they anticipate. So hence the reason we find ourselves now this dialogue will find a way through how the wishes of the people them go return to them back and then restore them back. The democracy where we don't long time they fought for. We don't kind of enjoy successive governance structures them, successive dispensations them, where don't go peacefully without any hiccups. But this power regime come inside and plunge we into this particular chaos. So we hope for the better, but believe you me, we are very strategic and very firm on what we believe say the people wishes them, therefore hear them, and therefore restore with democracy where they don't fight for. Hence the reason why make we go into this dialogue.
Thank you very much. My own personal chairman, Mohammed Conte. Thank you. I just want to apologize for earlier on. I had a slight technical problem. I was echoing from different angles. I'm not able to understand. So I may just get for log out and log back in. But now, thank you so much. Before I start, like what I may say before, I know the show just started, but I just want to say, I'm back. I was away for quite a while. A lot of you sent me messages, which I'm very grateful for. So I'm happy for be back and be with you now. Okay, I've got this particular question for we next guest. When Andrew. Now all know Andrew now regular now with APC Diaspora TV online. So I get great one question for Andrew, which is on the same topic, but I'm just going to digress a little bit. I want to say as well, when all review by the way the online, please as usual, send comments on the left-hand side. We go read una comment out. We go make time for answer most of them as well. Then also una feel free for get una debate on the comment section. And we go pick the very interesting one and the most sober question for us. It don't matter whose factor where the comments come from. We go try to answer as best as possible. Andrew of Sweden, the wonderful Scandinavian country. Andrew, I got one question for you. According to the video, AYV way we said give an interview on AYV the last time. It talked about the media houses in Sierra Leone. Say some of them, they might not be aware of what's happening, particularly with the election and basically the corruption with the election. For example, people then are burnt in different parts of the South, the way they were treated, where most of them not open. You believe that particular comments the way we Secretary General make, or is it just been diplomatic for the fact that it was widespread known, say people in SL in Sierra Leone were denying their rights to vote? I want, if you can able to answer me that question, please.
Well, I want for all the view of with my boss, when Comrade Lansana Dumbuya, but I want for digress further by adding that pretty much as a lot to happen within the time frame. We all know waiting on pass. But a matter of fact, I believe say the media houses there therefore serve as mouthpiece, therefore serve the people of Salon, and for just serve a selected few. If you go back to the Constitution, Section 25, Chapter 3, Cap 6 of the 1991 Constitution guarantee freedom of speech and expression to everybody. And equally so the media houses then get the right for ensure say this particular section of the Constitution be upheld with high esteem. And then at the end of the day, we they see say a lot of games and they play along the line. But for keep them to waiting with Secretary General just don't say until after the dialogue, I will continue for to the line and say yes, a supporting statement, but equally further for open them, say everybody deserve a voice, and at the end of the day, we all get a right for uphold waiting due the people of Salon. Because we not deserve we serve the people. And I'm for stop for now.
Thank you very much, Andrew. Thank you so much. You always give me a nice answer to my question. Another thing I want to talk about until we comrade Owakasu join me as well, because I think he said he gets more teething problems where we try for sort out. Mohamed Conte, you know, with Chairman at London, you listen to the interview where with Secretary General Agito AYV on the other day. He talk about this dialogue within us and the SLPP. Obviously, what we talk now is speculation because we're not inside the house, we're not inside the building, meaning we know those are the discussion that take place and at all if it has started. So we give speculation to the nearest answer way possible for us in my own private discussion and also your own public discussion. So are you feel say with your personal opinion, Mohammed, because I know you've got plenty, obviously. Are you feel say this dialogue, whose particular stand from the beginning, you feel say APC as a party, grassroots party, where stand for the people in Sierra Leone, whose particular stand where you feel say APC for going to this dialogue for now become successful? This question are for you, Mohammed Conte, please.
Thank you very much, Comrade Fatia. A very interesting question, but like how you open the question, I would totally say this is a personal, my own personal view or opinion, where I believe say we get for stand on. If you watch all the activities of the power regime leading to the elections, that are the zoom lenses far and wide before the elections even commence. All the strategies them we them employ for rig these elections. Me strongly believe say that for be reposition for create the platform of create the premise for let the international mediators them give and see a clear picture how the SLPP strategically plan for rig elections. One of which are the census where happened. If you can recall, you know, say the census was condemned. then condemn the censors, but yet still then go ahead for conduct censors, just so that it will be in their own favor. Then they introduce this other PR system. They introduce the system forcefully, then pass up. So these are all strategies where they put in place for make sure say then disenfranchise the people them, then rob the people them in broad daylight. So if you ask me, we all stand, therefore actually present some of their issues they are. Waiting lead we to who side we did so today. Then people are forcefully, then pull 10 members of parliament them. Now parliament, you know, which is in itself was unconstitutional. So that's the give a clear picture. Say, them people here, they actually plan for rob the people them. But if we only focus on the elections day, waiting happen during the elections, believe you me, it not go give we a detail. It not go give the observers them a detailed kind of picture how the things they happen. And finally, I will look at the result itself. Now, all the coalition centers them. After they don't gather the information, they don't wait. ECSL not wait for let them transfer their information then at the central processing center where they go announce the results them. Rather, like I said earlier, they prematurely make pronouncement. For example, Putlock or not send in the results yet after they don't collect the results. They don't send it, but yet still they pronounce the results and call Madabio as the winner. So here is our position. We get our weapon where we hold when the RRF forms them. I believe say the answer will be for let we put we own RRF forms them. They say bring them your RRF forms them. The results where they get, the results when you get, and the information where the international observers they get, they put all that one together in a transparent way, then count one by one. Now every single polling center, the results where they get the, I believe say it will come to the conclusion whether the APC win or not. Now that transparency only we want.
Okay.
But they're not able to do that. Rather, as I say, the information where they all, how they perceive say the results for B, now so it go and hence the name Pauper. So meaning they don't get a clear picture even before prior to the pronouncement of the results or the collision how they call and puts the information together. Say they don't lose the elections. So if you ask me, Fatia, I wonder we zoom with lens is far and wide the build up to waiting make we day side we day so today. So from the the census, the PR, and then of course the elections day compounded with intimidation. You know how the widespread intimidation happen when they threaten people them. They don't get freedom for going to the various centers, especially in the southeast and some areas of the northwest. All of that they for capture them and present them at the table. You know,
okay.
If they do so, then they don't make them so easy for the international mediators them to let them build that picture. You know, even before they begin count. The counting of the RRF form from how is it called center level, I believe saying that the icing on the cake. This now a win-win situation for we. So if you ask me, the APC, that's for be we own position. Let me not just limit them during the time where the election, the voting take place, leading to the pronouncement of the results. No, let me go back. Let me draw kind of build a very strong foundation where we the international mediators then go capture, and from there a strong base for we for let the results or the outcome will favor we. So if you ask me, I believe say that's for B we own strategy. I rest my case.
Okay, thank you very much, Comrade Mohammed. Andrew, if possible for yourself to you only to explanation on that question was asked, please. Okay, we get sound issue with Andrew. Andrew, you're still muted.
You did get me?
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Yeah, I want to tell me, brother, the chairman for the London constituency. Very plenty. Thank you. And he say a lot. I just want for say few for both rest to what he don't say. The APC get a lot for bringing to the table, but prioritizing the needs of the people and what the people want at this particular moment. Not to waiting and want, not to waiting Dr. Samuel want, but now waiting the masses they want. If you did at any platform, now the diaspora back home, you plead the mind of the people where they engage. The number one priority where they put before you. Now for make sure say the APC put their needs them as a topmost priority. What I mean by this? The people that don't take to the street and June 24, some then did and left their houses them 2 o'clock a.m. 2 a.m. Some then go there from 11 o'clock, then dinner line. And Dr. Samora will make a lot of statements that will still circle and put them that we will save them. He say let the people then go vote. After them, we don't make an ultimatum of 72 hours. Say the electoral commissioner for resign and in 4 other commissioners them at the various regions them for resign because we don't get trust in them. They go further for say if and only if they not adhere to then cry the APC they take to the street and demonstrate peacefully. Then as a leader, he thought I'm white say the demonstration by them is not timely. He come back, talk to people and say let them go home. Then they make sure say they defend and vote them. We want to see that commitment day for make the leadership of this party prioritize them. When they go dialogue, let them dialogue the minds of the ordinary Sierra Leoneans. Because as I speak to you now, even on the 11th, we continue for lost lives. Then. That fellow be the Kobo walk, and not even know what in a demonstration, not know what in a protest. They shoot them. Now in private part. And as I speak to you, in the hospital, he sustained injuries, then when a lifetime injuries them. That fellow then go shoot na Moiba. And many others always sustain injuries they're doing that day. Now, because of waiting the fight for democracy, the one that will be in command that day where Dr. Samuel been called for a nationwide protest. The one that will come on a Magboka na put local. White boy will then go kill an APC party office. We get for centralize all them thoughts then day and make sure say their lives they always don't continue for go just for the sake of democracy. Then for make sure say them prioritize what in them be the fight for. When I want him. For sustain the constitution of Sierra Leone, for make sure see what in do the ordinary man, then serve them in a very nice manner. We don't lost plenty lives them. Some are not APC, some are ordinary Sierra Leoneans, but then just believe say, bio any government not to the right people for govern we. Because they don't give them 5 years. Waiting then deliver to the people of Salon. Now a lot of lies, now corruption, now intimidation. Now, as at way you see the first lady sit down, now military barracks, they command say anybody who not to SLPP, not to true Sierra Leonean. The president go now widely listen, radio station 98.1, and make borderline tribalism. He said the country has already been divided into Mende and Temne lines. And because of their rhetoric today, the judiciary failed for all the presidents accountable because nevertheless, the powers the way the Constitution of Salon give the president, you also get the right as the functioning judiciary, will happen for be the third arm of government, for ultra vires, for counter them, then the rights and make sure that all the presidents accountable, they not do them. The people them at the masses and take upon themselves on June 24, then go vote massively. We see border light robbery will happen. We see the way that they pronounce election, we see a show where they act. They take military officers, then take them a Binti man in hall. Then they mark man and corner as if it was under threat. No, this is not plot. These are act up, na cook up things them. So Dr. Samurai is one the way get for go na that particular hall, then they go dialogue. Let them make sure see their dialogue for the best interest of Sierra Leoneans. And we know they demand for nothing. The one the way we win elections, then forget them back. Or we need a re-on. 2 days ago, I was at Norway. Capital Oslo, we engaged 3 different body them. First, we go to the Norwegian Parliament and the team from Denmark, Norway, and Sweden and Finland. We go there on a peaceful demonstration. We don't only go for go all placard them. We went there purpose there for go deliver a petition. And what we put inside a petition there, number one priority now for respect democracy. Every day they don't kill Sierra Leoneans them on a massive manner. We know they see people and they come out and condemn the president's way for come and condemn and all people are accountable. You know they do that. And so because the people and decide say then they vote all out all and things there, they still come again and hold on to their rights. June 24. The 25, 26, we see the impasse will happen. We don't want that for continue. If Madabio continue this in second term as illegitimate as he is, nothing other way get for go on finance in a salon. The one they will listen to in the talks and we go to in America, a lot they will go say. We don't want for comment on that one day for now. We want for focus on what we discuss. But I want for end up for say, we they expect much from the leadership of the APC. This time around, we know they talk here for say we they pamper anybody. Salon for be placed at the center of the discourse, and Salon need we more than ever before. Dr. Samuel Kamara, people voted you in on one condition: you promise we can deliver them. And if that's not the case, we want to make it stick to that promise. Adhere to the promise and serve the people of Salon. We want you for take up leadership, for come in not to just as a leader of the APC. People voted for you massively, and you told the people to make them go home. You they protect their votes and the leadership of the APC. But to this point, we still see the same system will be done the way people make people and go vote out this system. We still see the same system they function. We know they command to as make una call the people out, make them continue for kill them. But whatever una they go dialogue and make it be for the best interest of every Sierra Leonean, be you mandate them limba local. This time around for speak one language, the Sierra Leonean language, because they're in this part of the world. They know they ask you say,
okay,
you know which tribe. And they ask you say, you know which country come out, you know Sierra Leonean.
okay.
Fatia, what they ask me this question, she's a Sierra Leonean. They're not going to ask them which tribe. Now, which part of the world you come on? Now, Salon. So we get for prioritize that one day, and the leadership of the APC for prioritize that one day. Salon for be placed at the center of every discourse within they put that day. Thank you very much. I stop here.
Thank you very much. I will just pass over to my comrade for let you his theory directly.
Okay. Thank you very much. I don't listen to the submissions then. I want to start by asking.
You're muted.
Am I muted?
No, you're not, but it just the low, they get it low.
Una they hear me now?
Would they hear but the volume low?
Okay. Any chance of hearing me properly?
Okay, I'll just give you a few seconds.
One sec. You clear now? You clear?
Okay, I think we're having a little teething problem with comrade Owakasu, so I will just carry on with the questioning and answering. But before I do that, I just want to give a quick shout out to reviewers online. Let me just go through the list. I've got Mixer, greetings from his cocoon. Hi Mixer, how are you? You're one of us here. And then also we got Delwyn Thomas. How you doing, Delwyn? Thank you very much for joining us. We got Abdul Malik. Thank you, Abdul. Greetings from Guinea-Bissau. How is Guinea-Bissau? And we've got Mo Sharif. Thank you very much, Mo. And then also we've got Mosire Tonko Turonka. Thank you, Mosire. We've got Maria Mayanka, Mariama again, and we've got a few others who join us online. Thank you very much. Please share the live, subscribe to our screen, so as soon as we come on, you will get the notification. Also, we've got Hassan Jallo from Bristol. We've got Usman from Dulwich, East Dulwich in London. We've got a few others as well. We've got Dave. Thank you very much for joining us from the United States of America and Maryland. Please, guys, share the live, subscribe to the APC Diaspora TV online. So as soon as we come on, I go get the notification. I've got one or two questions as we go along. We'll get as soon as we'll get a new segment we can come on for just give us the latest news. So sooner or later, I will play that on as well. So it will tell you exactly what's going to happen this week in our free time. I've got one or two questions that I would like our guests to answer. This question is from Mohammed Conte. I've got a question. It's all surrounding what we are discussing, as this is a join up thinking, so we have to answer our guest as well. I've got Delwyn here said, Mohammed, I'm going to read the question. I've got quite a few. I will just, cherry pick just one. Delvin says, what are the likelihood of ECSL being part of the dialogue? They cannot be forced to attend the dialogue. What thing are you take to that particular question?
If you ask me genuinely in a straightforward answer, the you Del. If first of all we don't question the credibility of ECSL, we don't make some demands, So say for like what me colleague say earlier, for can resign, So I don't see no reason why this man for be part of that dialogue day. That's not my own honest opinion. Because at the end of the day, if you're not able to give me accurate results, or you're not able to give me results at all, because then they're not a results. If they're not able to do any compilations of we own results, where the people in cast, they vote say where they cast, they're not able to put everything together. Waiting will make them create space for let this post in day. Now the $1 million question that one day, So I don't see no reason why they for invite this man for be part of that process when incessant, legitimate for day who side day. So it come back to the question: why make we not even challenge the results? Now, course, because we question the judiciary. So if we question the judiciary, definitely waiting lead we for let we probably go to the judiciary. We're not going to kind of entertain them in the first place. So then will Thomas, if you ask me, definitely I don't see no reason why for provide space for create space for the ECSL for be a party to this dialogue. Yes, that's my own personal opinion. This man don't cause hurt to we, the Sierra Leoneans them. It clear, it conspicuous, So I don't see no reason why for be part of that team.
Okay, thank you very much, Comrade Mohammed. Andrew, you got a few seconds for let you respond as well to that particular question from Delwyn, please.
I want for make take na to section 32 of we 1991 constitution. We talk about the mandate we the electoral commission and the electoral commission get. A mandate we empower them for conduct elections in a free, fair, and credible manner. And it clearly further explain waiting at the steps them. We will qualify the commissioner for pronounce any result. And so if the commissioner fail for adhere to this particular section of the constitution, it go on its own. It go and announce a result will not reflect the will of over 7.5 million people. At the end of the day, I don't see no need why this commissioner for the part of that dialogue. Because it already failed we. You know, go don't fail for write a classwork. Then the teacher come, he do revision, he go na blackboard, he do correction, and put the answer there. He tells you for write, for copy back. You copy again wrongly. You think say you go qualify for promote to another class? You don't qualify. If I take una back to the Public Elections Act of 2022, Act number 92, 2, it spell out clearly the conduct and the process into which the counting process of the elections will be conducted. The commissioner, follow them procedures in the from police station to the polling center, to the district level, to the regional level, national, and finally to the electoral commissioner in table. He bypass all them processes there were just don't call for now, were just outlined. On his own, it decide for call a result, way for benefit in your pay master bill. And so if this guy don't fail we on that face, Mr. Delwyn and all the other people who they listen to it, I don't think he's qualified to be part of the discussion, to be part of that dialogue.
Okay, thank you very much, Comrade Andrew. Thank you so much. I will just pass that over to me, Comrade again. Or Council, please.
All right. Will you hear me now?
You're quite foul. Are you sure you're in the studio or are you in my Kenny?
Maybe I didn't maintain you. I'm not quite sure.
Maybe go raise the voice small. So go. Yeah.
But they give me.
You're allowed to shout now. You can shout.
Okay.
You're allowed.
Well, make a shout. Make a shout for
Please do.
Okay. Actually, I don't listen to the submissions them, and I hear Mohamed Conte, comrade, say Mohamed Kone, not for even day by the negotiation. Well, we be don't call for make Mohamed Kone resign, and we be don't accept say we dey get an engagement with the international community. They don't kind of salon, they don't kind engage, they don't go, then say that they come back. Where do they come now? Now for can negotiate. If we are going to sit on the table to negotiate, Mohamed Kone and ECSL, they are now one of the protagonists of the entire problems we get in the country. So if Mohamed Kone not sit down at the table, for let we sit down face to face and address the issue, then I don't think say we ready for negotiate. Because now we they call a negotiation, we they call dialogue. If Mohamed Kone not sit down there, I will go able for negotiate. Over to you, Mr. Conte.
Yes, well, Owan Kasu, as I say again, I just want to remind you waiting, I say again. Mohamed Kone, one of the demands of the APC party, Mohamed Kone is supposed to resign. If we present ourselves and we show ourselves that's flexible from the onset, say we accept for Mohamed Kone be part of that negotiation day, when we don't shoot ourselves now we foot. We get for put, as I tell you, we get for put all the way till we get na table. And one of which now Mohamed Kone in resignation. The other one, now the boycott where we boycott parliamentary participation. The other one, now where we not going to court for go ask for redress. So if all NTR will present them, we get the reason why make we present them facts they are. Because we go call them facts.
Okay.
But if we go around and kind of cut corners, we'll be flexible from the onset. We will shoot ourselves now with foot.
Okay.
That's how they tell you. So, because we get a justification why we could not believe the judiciary. We know that. We get a justification why we want Mohamed Kone resign. So from the onset, we will present that. Let the mediators them look into, but we not give them that opportunity for let them peep inside. And then see say we don't build a very strong foundation. As I say again, we don't shoot ourselves now with the foot. Like when me comrade say earlier, calling for a rerun. That one to me, comrade, with all due respect to me, that a no-brainer. If you say, let we accept, meaning you don't accept already say, so say we percentage where we score, high enough for let we win the elections. The people they don't talk. Wait till make we dey side we dey so. Wait till make we ask, we demand for all wait till we demand so. Now, because we believe, say, we win the elections. But if you go ask for a rerun, meaning you don't get the threshold, where for qualify we, for let we win an election. So me, to be honest, I know a lot of preempt that say, we'll go for a rerun. That's to me again.
But saying so, Comrade Mohammed, let's just ask you, let's just buttress quite quickly. You say basically in your opinion, obviously, of course. You say, again, if you say in the major cause of this problem where we get today in Africa, and he should be held accountable by bringing himself to this dialogue for and giving your side of the story. We already know what happened, but we need to hear from you. If you say it will be part of it, because he is going to be held accountable and he needs to make that clear. And if for giving your side of the story, it might not be the real thing, but we need to hear from him. It can't be silent.
Well, to be honest with you, talking about being part of the problem, I will agree, yes. Hence the reason we make we call for a resign. You understand? Procedurally, we get other protocols, we get other procedures we follow for all them accountable. It can be after the process. And I believe say the one way they can do the dialogue, now competent people them, where they will look into issues them, elections matters. You understand? And for kind of pen
a lasting solution. Now that's what they come for. And the way my colleague been say again, that lasting solution, now the people them, waiting the people and don't decide the future of the country and the sustenance of the democracy. So that man, if he be part of the dialogue from the onset, that a recipe for disaster. If that man not able to cook pepper soup, you understand how he can cook jollof rice. It's not possible. Now not give that opportunity today. Rather, let it there behind closed doors. Let them do the findings. It's clear and straightforward. We get IIF forms them. Let we start from police center level, results them. If them people here don't come, let them do them. Let them bring come waiting and get. We bring waiting and get. Find a dialogue.
Okay, thank you.
Common ground.
Okay, thank you, Comrade Mohammed. Andrew, please, you can give a few seconds of your answer to that question, please.
Thank you, Fatia and Owen Kosu and Comrade, the chairman for the London constituency. They still stand on the position we don't make very clear. Mohammed Kone, we don't fail already the classwork, and when the teacher come back and do revision of what he failed, he still writes the same nonsense we don't write. It failed back. Make I just remind you say the lawyer for APC, Africano Soe and many others take the ECSL to court for issues that we get for do with electoral malpractices on the conduct of elections prior to June 24. Mohammed Kone and the others, instead of look into that particular case where Africano Soe file against them, then busy the campaign, use their fingers then, 5 for 5, meaning 5 more years for Madabio. Kone and in 4 other commissioners, busy the pamper and the aid and abet Madabio in bad practices then. They all about the country they campaign for them. You think say somebody will don't fail you for the first and second time. You think say that person they go able for redeem you for the final time? No, he's not qualified. He's not qualified.
Okay.
Not qualified, for the part of that dialogue. What Mohammed Kone go offer we? Other than he can challenge even the time where Dr. Samuel come publicly and tell them say give them 72 hour ultimatum for resign. Instead of call a press conference, he challenge, he say no, they resign. He talk them publicly. And he put back flimsy remarks in there. We not be hearing, we not see. Some of you not watch that video, then they let us try to be fair with happenings in the salon. Mohammed Kone and the others, they serve Sierra Leone people and then they serve their own conscience. Then they serve them paymasters then. At this particular moment, I know they speak as an APC and I they speak as a Sierra Leonean. And I prioritize my people them. What they want. At this moment, we want to let the APC leaders them adhere to the demands of the people. Kone is no longer going to be part of that discussion because he's not qualified. The man don't make it clear. To we say no honest. A dishonest person will always stand for be dishonest. That is my point and it's my opinion. I stand by him and nothing of the change him. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much. I'm over to you.
We've been promised where we start earlier on. Say we get news bulletin the way they come to now every week. Last week we show now with news bulletin where they come to now, and this week again we get another news bulletin where they come to now. And if we can get a pause for now, and then we can get the technical team for play for the news bulletin, and after that we will go back straight into this dialogue topic. Over to you, technical team.
Cameroon, Una Kushe and Cabo. We bring to Una summary of the weekly news where they come out from the APC Diaspora TV show. Now, news number 1. On the 18th September 2023, retired Captain Milton Bangura and 4 others versus the Inspector General of Police matter been come up at the Panama Road Magistrate Court number 1. The lawyers them will represent retired Captain Milton Bangura and 4 others Now, lawyer Joseph Fitzgerald Kamara, who we can call lawyer JFK, lawyer Saidu Bangura, who we can call Go Hustle, lawyer James B. Sisse, lawyer Alpha Yuba, lawyer Moses Massa, lawyer Joseph M.M. Amara, and lawyer Cherno Kamara. Now then lawyer they also he represents retired Captain Melton Bangura and 4 others. During the hearing, the audio recording where the prosecutor be say dem be pull na the accused people and phone, they be supposed for play the particular audios dem dey na court openly by the prosecutor where the defense counsel be request for listen to the contents of the audios dem dey. But that's not be happen. According to the prosecutor, he say the technical problem dey na the IT officer in device na e make e no be able play the particular audios dem dey, and the court be adjourn the matter on the 21st September 2023. News number 2. Liberia Revenue Authority be arrest one Sierra Leonean woman with one black plastic bag of kush. This black plastic bag of kush, the woman be item now one speaker for smuggle and go inside Liberia. But due to the smartness of the Liberia Revenue Authority officers, they may catch up this particular one black plastic bag of kush inside the speaker where the woman be hide am, and they may arrest this Sierra Leonean woman and hand over am to the Liberia Police Division na Liberia border for investigation. News number 3. The Council of APC affiliate groups may bring an initiative of fundraising program for the All People's Congress. The chairman for this particular fundraising program now one Mr. Mohammed Samaka Kamara of the Lens Movement. And they may launch this particular program at the APC party office on the 4th September 2023 at the APC party office number 11A Old Railway Line. The National Deputy Chairman of the APC, winner Dr. Alhaji Ambassador Usman Fode Yassane, will launch this particular fundraising at the APC party office. And all national party officers be present at this particular fundraising launching. On the day of the launching, the executive of the fundraising committee will collect the sum of 60 million euros. During the launching, the National Organizing Secretary of the All People's Congress, winner Honorable by Mahmoud Bangura, will issue out the APC party bank account number where they na Retail Commercial Bank, where na the number this 1086762. That na the APC bank account number this where the National Organizing Secretary of APC, where na Honorable by Mahmoud Bangura, be issued out to the public. This week, the executive of this fundraising presents the sum of 70 million euros to the National Executive of the All People's Congress. That's not the first phase this way the executive of this particular fundraising team executive bingo presents to the National Executive of the APC. Then they call on other affiliate groups for let them subscribe to this fundraising program through the APC bank accounts that they go call commercial bank, or they contact this number +232 88 161 747. If you go pay na the APC accounts, you dey come with the receipt to the Secretary of the Finance Committee with this number. After that, in the issue give you the Council of Affiliate Group the receipts for show say you sef don subscribe to the fundraising, you wey na individual person wey wan for raise fund, you can do so through na the APC bank account na Rokel Commercial Bank wey I bin don call the number to. Then you send the details to the secretary of the finance committee with this AfriCell number +232 88 161 747. The fundraising contribution still dey go on, that according to the executive of this fundraising committee. So they encourage all other organizations for subscribe to this fundraising, and they encourage back the individual wey wan send the money can do so through the APC bank account wey na 1086762, and contact this number +232 88 161 747, so that wey dem dey hand over the money to the national executive, they go capture all the one dem wey pay to the leadership of the All People's Congress. News number 4. The current stance of the All People's Congress for the non-participation of the illegal government of Madabio. According to the leadership, that according to the news wey I get from the national executive of the All People's Congress, they say they still stand by the decision wey dem be previous take for say dem no dey participate for no governance business until the right thing be happen. They say they still stand on them on that particular decision day, and the leadership of the All People's Congress say dem don appoint 14 people for represents the All People's Congress for the dialogue wey for starts the 25th of this month, that's Monday, and the 26th of this month. They appoint 14 people wey for represents the All People's Congress for the dialogue between the illegal SLPP governments, and the international arbiters. And then 14 people also, then choose them inside the national executive and outside the national executive of the All People's Congress. Now they then choose the 14 people also. And according to the leadership of the All People's Congress, all the 14 people they choose, now people way credible enough. Now people we get the party at heart. Now people we know waiting they affect majority of Sierra Leoneans. Now people wey be say nobody not able bend them. Now people wey sabi articulate issues. Now people wey get the grassroots of the All People's Congress at heart. Now them 14, now them people also they choose for go represent the APC for the dialogue wey for start Monday the 25th and Tuesday the 26th. Now them people 14 people also they choose. So according to the leadership of the All People's Congress also, the leadership say they not get forever disappoint the grassroots. They say they not get forever take compromise with this illegal SLPP government. Then we don't tell Corner for produce the results. And they say if Corner not produce this particular results, they not will ever take them light with the illegal government. They make sure say they fight for let democracy prevail na salon, and by the grace of Allah, democracy will prevail in this country. According to the All People's Congress, they say all the rumors where people in the talk say they want to compromise. They say not to true that one. APC get the party at heart. APC get salon people at heart, and then get the grassroots at heart, and then make sure say they defend the rights of the people, and then make sure say they defend the votes where people let be votes for the All People's Congress for member of parliament, councillor, mayor, or chairperson, and presidency. They make sure they defend them votes the day. Now, so the leadership of the All People's Congress say the people. So this now the news way I read to Una this week. Thank you for tuning. Join us next week as we bring to you credible updates on events happening in the APC and Sierra Leone as a whole. My name na political thinker, head of JUDK Media and Communications Units, credited by Council of APC Media Bloggers, both home and diaspora. I thank you all.
Right. Well, now the news this way we can get every week, and of course next week we get another one with the Camtona. As the week they go by, all the news them and go Camtona as we pick them up from the social media and the country itself. Well done, and thank you very much to political thinker. I made the reports na news day. Once again, this is the APC Diaspora Online TV platform. Mina Comrade Owan Kasu. Adeyasu alongside Comrade Fatia Samura, and we two guests them from Sweden and one also from the UK. One which is Mohammed Conte, one of the London constituency chairman, and then we get Mr. Andrew Kamara, we are the Secretary General for the Sweden chapter or the Sweden district. The topic will be discussed today now, the dialogue. And according to the submission of the two guests them tell we say Mohamed Kone, we na the one of the main protagonists in this all impasse we get in the country about the elections. They don't want me Mohamed Kone dey inside the negotiation table because Mohamed Kone, first of all, has been declared that somebody we not legitimate for run with elections in Sierra Leone. And also Dr. Samura or the APC position, we don't ask for Mohamed Kone for resign within 72 hours. Although Mohamed Kone himself come up with his own statement for saying he not they resign for nobody and in the go ahead till he announced the results. Well, he announced the results we APC not happy with, we're not satisfied with. Now APC being decide to go into engagements with international community, with organizations. Now the engagements don't turn to dialogue, it don't turn to negotiation. And in a negotiation table, we get what they call give and take. You never go for go sit down at a negotiation table and expect for get all your demands then. You expect for give some and take some. So we also get another mediating organization we then call the Religious Council within Sierra Leone. If Mohamed Kone do what he do and Madabio within government from 2018 to 2023 do the things the way they do in Sierra Leone, in the eyes of the Religious Council, and which are one of the people that we go for be then at the mediating table, waiting on a take on the Religious Council in terms of being part of that negotiation table as well. Mr. Andrew, quickly to you, sir.
Comrade Mohammed, you go answer that question,
Okay,
please.
Yeah, Mohammed, go.
Thank you very much. Comrade Owan Kasu, I believe when we talk about religion before, the element of hope with society. Unfortunately, these governments don't succeed for strategically align themselves with the Inter-Religious Council, so much so that then self the trust where people can be get in them. To be honest with you, it don't how they call that erode. That's not just honest truth. Why make I say so? Before, when we go up and see the truth and know waiting and true, when such kind of problem they happen in the country, the first people they really begin kind of preach about. Then they preach about good and bad. They preach about hate. Then pray for we country and all the actions they really need to kill us for how for avert them. But if them people there themselves don't compromise with politics, the brother, I'm afraid, I not say I they expect that much from them. considering the strides the way that we don't make already. You know, if Mohamed Kone and this government succeed for waiting and do so, no religious leader no grab and condemn them. The killings the way they happen at the country, no religious leader no grab for mediate or talk to the government by then for let them stop waiting and they do. You know, my brother, waiting go guarantee you say when you involve them in this, they not go skew towards or they not go work in the interest of the Madabio regime. That's not me at the $1 million question. However, I still believe say opportunity there for them. Again, the religious council are element of hope. I only hope and pray say when they will carefully select them, then go select the one the way they near credible. Because now we don't get what kind of paint say this person here it best represents the inter-religious council. To be honest with you, I'm afraid for saying this, but these are just the facts. Rather, let we rely heavily on the international arbiters who are believed to the count experts them. You know, if they count experts them, I believe say they know what's not the issue now. The issue now the elections with a thief broad daylight. And I believe say they we don't do the background funding before they can sit down at the table. You know, so we just get for there on regard. We therefore be very constant, very consistent on what we don't prepare already. Now that's me will submit on this particular question about.
Okay. Thank you very much, Comrade Mohammed. Comrade Andrew, please, you can just give me about a minute or so answer to that question, please. Then we can move on. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Fatia. When we religious leaders then choose for take sides, especially waiting up on a salon for the past 5 years. Me now somebody will believe in religion and Christian by faith. I want to take on to 1 Timothy 3, verse 1 to 7. He outlined clearly the qualifications and the character we a religious leader for possess. When you get time, just go now your Bible, try to read them clearly. For 5 good years, Madabio and in team, then go na Tonko Limba, kill that poor youth, wait for them be beneficial to the development of Salon. These are would-be leaders, then kill them because of a by-election, cancel for that matter. We don't see no religious leader we condemn. To Pademba Road, Tanibola and others, 79 of them were massacred in cold blood. And we had an audio that went viral, circulated on social media handles. Fatmata Sawane, the then chairperson of the SLPP National, publicly, he happy, they celebrate in and Lima and the others there. Then go na Pademba Road 3 o'clock. Nanette for go kill Sierra Leoneans then. No religious leader will not see come and condemn. August 10, Evangelist Samson, Winston K and the others. August 10, not to in and kill Evangelist Samson. Now August 17, not to protest. Winston K not to August 10 and kill him. Now Eastern Street. So if you being a religious leader, you see all anything there, I just want to outline few to una. Una be the judge and tell we with all this we don't pass 5 years and still counting. White boy in a APC party office. He was cold-bloodedly murdered before the eyes of religious leaders. None of them not come out and condemn and tell Mr. Bill, go back within the TRC report, tell we, waiting cause the 11-year civil war, waiting make we war extend to 11 years. Are the religious leaders being so hypocrite, the judiciary, and you name it. I want for let you be the judge, I repeat. Sorry, I've been get a call. I want for let you be the judge. Look into the biblical verse where I just don't quote, read them carefully. Take to verse 7. Look at waiting at the qualities of a religious leader. I quote now the Bible because me a Christian. If I been get away for quote back now the Quran, I for quote the back. But you, when a Muslim, go back to the Quran and check waiting the Quran say about an imam. Waiting qualify him for being pure imam in the Islamic faith. I stop here for now. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Comrade Andrew. Thank you so much. I just want to give a quick shout out to we guest them online. Then we might move the topic to something completely different because I think we don't spend quite a few time discussing this dialogue issue. I just want to say, please, guys, our fans and friends and comrade, share the live, subscribe to the page. So as soon as we come on, I go get the notification and I go be part of the conversation. I just want to give a big shout to Momodu, Kelly Thyssen, Jaka, Isatu, and Sumana, Abdullah, Mixa, Bilkisu, Dennis, Mary Luke, welcome. You're a permanent follower, Mary Luke. Thank you so much for joining us. Mohammed Karuma as well online. Petiba, Ishmael, Amadou, Dennis. I just want to give a big shout out to all of you, whether you're a fan of us or you're haters, it doesn't matter. You're still welcome here. Just share the live for us, like our page and subscribe, and also have a good discussion online between yourself. And we will also highlight some of your comments to be answered by our guest as we go along. If not, other people will definitely answer your question because I can see that going on there. Thank you. I just want Owaka, so should we move on to something else now? You're muted, sir.
Yeah, before we move on to something else, we get a breaking news. The breaking news we get now that the NGC party don't drag President Bio, according to the report, they call him president, we now acknowledge him as president, and the SLPP to court due to the alleged violation of the alliance agreement with them being get. You know, say before the election, Bio been go around other political parties, then bring down Yunkela inside the bring down few other try for bring down other political parties then inside the for make them all join together. But I mean, sign a communique, an agreement with NGC party. We of course it don't let them down. So the NGC party they take them to court for that. So that are one of the news that we will get. And I also want for also tell comrades them say there's a lot of story going on about this guy with them in shoot with Sojaman shoot now Lightfoot Boston Street, but we're not get full details on that yet. And probably next week we team from Freetown will give you full bulletin on that particular one day. But before we move on to the next topic, Fatia, make we actually guess them with all of this, where they don't refuse for make the religious council, where they not trust, and the ECSL, where they not trust, where they don't ask for them to resign. What in APC they expect from this dialogue with the mediators in the camp for can conduct? Because the mediators them when they come, then they don't can do the fact finding. They don't speak to both parties. They don't go. When they come now, they can negotiate between them. Now, if then they come for can mediate, religious council not they because APC no one see them they because APC not trust them. Then ECSL not they because they not trust ECSL. So, what in APC they try to achieve in this so-called dialogue and whatnot? Maybe Andrew go able to throw light on this one for we, you know, and then maybe Mohammed Conte coming back, then we go able to get an idea from him. Over to you before the final phase. Andrew.
Yeah, what thing waiting the APC party they stand for achieve. Now waiting the benefit the ordinary Sierra Leonean. Now waiting the masses and demand. And waiting and demand now exactly waiting and go do June 24, where most of them wake up early in the morning, then go na polling station, then go queue day, some then day. Nearly for the whole of the week, the day, sorry, for go casting votes then, for vote out dictatorship, for vote out extrajudicial killings, for vote out pauper and doggy life, and for vote out a system we don't come for put a knife between the things that we held we together as Sierra Leoneans, the things that we make we no longer coexist as one people and one nation. Now this are the things that we Salon people had expect from the APC leadership for consider, ponder deeply, for make the APC leadership, if they be they sleep, they need for wake up, brace up, and accept reality, say, be open tinap na beauty money. Back then in 2018, weeks to elections, on that debate, the campaign say a bag of rice was so much expensive, even when it been the 180,000. He say let them vote him. And they come and make sure say he stabilize the prices of commodities, which today don't skyrocket to an exceptional demand, where he come and make a lot of unfulfilled promises. But waiting we see now killings and killings and killings. But bear in mind, say, if Salon continue for go na the gutters, now me and you continue for feel the pinch. Irrespective of you they overseas, whether you they America, whether you they UK, whether you they the Scandinavia outside, you they Australia. At the end of the day, we all stand for lose because 90% of your life they Salon. Forget about waiting, you don't invest in a Salon. You people them, you know they will bring they all come overseas. So now make we expect the APC leadership for go another dialogue day with one mind, for represent the people of Salon, their demands. And waiting we all demands, and for make sure see then give we what we deserve. We vote out this regime, the pauper regime. If you check today, Salon, where they walk out through the road, you must see 2-3 bobo they waiting up. Then nearly they collapse by themselves because of the kush within they take. And the ringleaders of the kush, now people who they inside bio and cabinet. I mean top cabinet officials. Bio no one they come and condemn anything in day. This no get anything for do with you being SLPP or APC. This gets something for do with the country as a whole. Because where them be going na Moiba, on the 11th, they go kill Kalon. Kalon is a registered paid up member of the SLPP since 2008. Bullets no pick, then go then kill her. Then point and then kill her. How long we go continue for day into this kind of life? Where you as a Sierra Leonean, you no get a voice for speak to things that way matter. You no longer get voice for talk on issues. As we speak now, then they screenshot to faces them, take with details and send them go to Salon and put an alunge airport na the border them because we speak truth to power. We expect the leadership of the APC for going to that dialogue day 2 days from now. May them go there with one word, the will of the people for be given to them. And waiting the people and deserve, nobody not for take away from them. We want solid leadership, and that's not what Bio and type leadership want. Bio already come and show we clearly say he's not competent, he's not qualified, and not to the type person that they will need at this moment. In this world of globalization, where the world they move so fast, we need a leader where they think nationally, not to somebody where they just can't think for a region or for a particular tribe. Even within the tribe, you get class. Within that tribe, they where they benefit from this particular system. We don't want that kind of leader there. We want a leader where they come and represent the entire Salon people from the north to the south, from the east to the west, to the central Freetown district. Everybody for be well represented inside the particular governance system we want. And no less a government, the one that will win elections June 24, now someone come in government, the APC. Therefore, give them what it deserve to them. I want to stop here for now. Thank you.
Okay. Now, Mohamed Conte, I hope you hear me clearly. Now, the question we have been asked Andrew that the religious council we in the face of them, a lot don't happen in Sierra Leone in the past 5 years. We never read much from the religious council, and we also get Mohamed Kone and the ECSL we on our to them submit say they're not for even day at the negotiation table. Now, the mediators, the way they come mediates between APC and SLPP about this whole thing. Then we want to forget themselves in the center of all of the organization they are. So, how APC go able to achieve within the demands if we don't reject all of us, so and within will be the end in the what you they anticipate for be the end of this whole dialogue for APC. Ahmed Conte, you're muted.
You get me?
Yeah, clearly.
Like I say, I want to the line of the last speaker, the comrade, say the focus of this dialogue for be the people them. The people, and the people. Now the people them in Komoti are in the four corners of the country. Go vote for change. So the meaningful change where they vote for, unfortunately, they rob them na their hand. So I want where the APC party they go now this dialogue. Let them put partisan politics aside and focus on the people. With people they don't deal suffer. They don't suffer for the past 5 years under the barbaric leadership of Madabio. Nothing, absolutely nothing, not come up behind it. Hence the reason we lead we to who side we did so today. We they reject the judiciary. Why we reject them? Because they're not fit for purpose. They're not they serve the interest of the many. And I want to remind and throw the line of the last speaker. This now both biblical and Quranic terms. What do they call today democracy? It ain't the Quran and the Bible. Anything where you they do, you for do them in the interest of the many and not the few. Because the many are a representation of God. So if this is so, this facts where we the facts, we don't take it to dialogue now for be the interest of the many and not the few. Sierra Leone is divided today. That's not a hidden secret. It divided on both party lines and tribal line. And Wuda can exacerbate them. If you don't dare, make no mistake, but Wuda can exacerbate that na Madabio. It's clear, it's straightforward. So the APC for go into this dialogue, it forgets some red flags. Like how I've been saying, the area of that preempted strike for say, let we get a rerun. We they shoot two safe now with foot. That one is a no-brainer for me. Let we go with an open mind, but let we be strategic. Let we work in the interest of the people. And if we say we they work in the interest of the people, now waiting the people and we don't vote for. So waiting that mean the RRF forms them. Let them count every single one, then collect that information there. If we not reach the threshold for make then declare we winners, then we will think about a rerun. But we're not going to think about a rerun now where they not count the RRF forms then it. That's not a no-brainer to me. And now one of the red flags and then one in the way I want, let the APC go with. The second one are Kone in participation. Kone will be done outcast them already. He acts as a rebel. He go against the wishes of the people. Why make her they say so? Because now we make up the majority, the one that we been voted today for pull matter bill. Where we know say, then we don't pull them. So why connect for Dede? Now another red flag that one day. The people the way they come, I believe say that we don't do their own fact-finding mission prior to this. Now extend kind of the dialogue dates or the schedule them. They visit different people them where they inside the various political parties. Mind you, not all the two political parties there we can get no more. We get many political parties, so therefore they don't get first-hand information from waiting the other political parties and they say. They visit other organizations them. We don't give them a foundation upon which the dialogue for begin take place. So then get first-hand information. So if they go there, I believe say this time when they come, they count experts them. If then they do any further investigation with Kone, let it be outside of the dialogue. But let Kone not be a party to this dialogue. Now a recipe for disaster. You know, get nothing, absolutely nothing for offer so far. Successively, it don't let down the people them. Why now you feel say you work in the interest of the people them? So me, if you ask me, the APC party for be very strategic, for be firm on their position, constant as a northern star, let them not change their form. Waiting and stand on, let them continue for stand on. When you the dialogue, you know, for be too flexible from the onset. Allow the arbiters them for let them come between, now then go begin kind of adjust strategically una areas they wanna stand on. But if you where they can be a party to this, you begin be flexible from the onset. Now leakage you don't give to your opponents. And mind you, now like a chess game. When you push any seed where you push, the opponent will know strategically why make you push them. Now a chess game then they go pa. So all the formulas therefore they in place, and let we make sure say we get them right. Now only that it will lead we for achieve the voice where people and we don't cry loud and clear say they want change in a salon. We not forget rid of this inept government. Come to the religious leaders them. As I say again, it's rather unfortunate. It's rather unfortunate, like my brother say, the qualities where you for possess for be a religious leader. And the sins them we accompany with that where you mislead what you they preach. Or when you know the knowledge where God give you or where you don't acquire through reading the Quran as a Muslim. When you mislead how the jannah it they run away from you, it they far away from you. And the hell fire will open for you because you mislead the people. You see the truth. As the Holy Quran clearly say inside Hadith 1, man will be judged according to your deeds and intention. So before you preempt, before you think say I for do bad, that intention where you get, God they judge you for that because you don't think bad. Likewise, if you think good, but you don't get the opportunity for do himself, God will reward you abundantly because of the intention where you get. Now, so Hadith 1 say inside the Quran. So if this is so, you claim for call yourself religious leader, then you compromise, you position, you take side based on your political alliance with that particular political party day. Believe you me, the hellfire will open for you. But I still believe say we forgive chance. Now a representation or a symbol of hope. I believe say if this time around and we don't fail we all along, we reach to this level where the Christ they don't bokuna salon. Sometimes they will take a U-turn and have a rethink, say, you know what, we don't betray with people in many years. Let this be the final straw. Let it be the final straw, or let we make sure say we actualize, we sustain the democracy. Where now the wish of the people, the wish of the many. Let we take that position there. It is now or never again. So if you ask me, Owan Kasu, we party for be as strategic as ever before. To be honest with you, for let the wishes of the people them will be achieved. Now that's your submission.
Okay, thank you very much, Comrade Mohammed. We'll not get long for go now, so we want to talk small about the protests that will take place last week, both in the United States, the North America, Scandinavia, and also the United Kingdom. And So we want to talk about that small, because we're coming to the end of the show now. So thank you very much, Comrade Andrew, as well, for such a great submission. And also shout out to all we guests them who they watch from Greece, Oslo, Norway, different parts of the world. Una all welcome to this platform as usual. Please, una share the live, the conversation carry on after we finish the show. Una also like the platform. So as soon as we come on, una go get the notification. Una subscribe, please. Thank you very much. Also, for people that will be watching on YouTube and Twitter, you're all welcome to this wonderful platform. I want to talk about the protests. We had some protests, both here in North America and the Scandinavian countries as well last week. Mohammed, this question to go to you, Chairman Mohammed. How successful you feel say the protest that took place last week in London is, and what are the beneficiary? What we go gain from that? That particular question go to Comrade Mohammed, please.
Thank you very much, Comrade Fatia. I go tell you, say this one not only go only limits to the last week protest, but I want to remind you all other protests where we don't embark on at the UK and I believe say you don't yield a good dividend. I will start with the very protest in 2018, where we protest and turn down the streets, and we go to the Minister of African Affairs, we lobby, we members of parliament them, now the very parliament we enter there. And I will tell you up till date, I get a letter to that effect, where they use for send to the Minister of African Affairs. We see during the days of Theresa May, how we yield a good dividend. The evidence is the way we submit is so overwhelming, they're not getting no alternative but for recall Guy Warrington will interfere with elections then under this guise of regime change. Again, we lead to who side we do so. So every single process don't yield me a good dividend. The very recent one at ICC, you see what it happened. But not be specific to UK. Now, last week, we don't submit. And one thing, we submit them electronically, thanks to the Secretary General. Then we submit them physically. You know, we did it. We struggle under the rain. I believe say that not go in vain. We'll not get a reply yet, but we get an acknowledgement, say, and get receipt of that particular thing day. And you know how professionally wait man day. We just wait with our own watchful eye for see. I use one particular statement to let them turbocharge their efforts specific to the current dialogue where then they represent me. I want to see how it is in sync with the current representatives them when are the Commonwealth representatives and we're going to therefore be party to this particular dialogue. So if we go now the Commonwealth specifically for go hand over a petition outlining the key issues them, I believe in a first-hand information where we don't get. Yes, they're not going to heavily rely on and based on the fact that they're not this not a party specific demonstration, but however, we don't kind of give them a guide where they go do them comparative analysis if at all they're able to get from the opposing end for let them compare and contrast. If it come near, I believe say that will yield a result. But the result is there already, the mere fact that we don't submit them in a document within at the table now a success story. If we not get nothing, forgive them, or when we don't give them, believe me, wait till they go begin on, wait till they go start on. They not get a reference point for saying that this, the UK and I don't submit. So if we don't submit something where we express we own anger with dissatisfaction about happenings, that's alone, we don't succeed already. It don't yield me a good dividend already because if they inside the office, it didn't at the table. For action and now they look. But mind you again, I want to remind when I waiting lead. Who let we get the international observers in the Afro Salon. Now demands the way we be make. Now letters the way we be write. Now requests the way we don't make we get beaucoup representatives them, especially from the EU. Oh, so if this is so, I think say this particular demonstration not to exception again for yield me a good dividend. So if you ask me the results, but also the information go far and wide, not only to the Commonwealth Secretariat, but the Sierra Leoneans themselves, when they see them on live streaming, then they know they will be informed, say, yes, now this we want. We want people the way they push for waiting they happen at Salon. So we're on the right track. Let we just wait and see. We're not going to kind of predetermine waiting the outcome go be. But we not say it don't yield a good dividend already.
Okay.
The Sierra Leone will not inform, the media houses them, and you see what's in happening and down in state over the chance. They've cleverly. I want to let you know, say them people are against CCTV cameras, media houses them there, all over, then they see what's in the happen. We not limit no more than the Commonwealth to match and Commonwealth states. People in the passer by them, we chant them. How can they resonate to them? Let we wait and see. So if you ask me go outside later, you say it don't yield a good dividend.
Okay, thank you very much, Comrade Mohammed. Andrew, like you said earlier on, you attended a protest in Norway, Oslo. Could you please just enlighten us a little bit? How you feel say successful that will be compared to the one we had in the summer?
Well, the protest in Norway have been very successful. Prior to the Norway protest, we had another one Stockholm. We na be combination of waiting up on Norway. We get the entire Scandinavian bloc combined, and then we be do and first in Stockholm. We table 3 petitions to the Foreign Affairs Committee in the Swedish Parliament at Stockholm. We also present another petition to the Foreign Minister for this present regime and the government in Sweden. And we table another petition again to the Social Democrat Party in Sweden. When we go to Norway, we replicated same. We go first to the Norwegian Parliament. We presented a petition. But before the presentation of petition, look what happened. This particular SLPP, yesterday I do a piece where I take me time for outline how this SLPP don't transform into a party where most people they know say na elite party. It don't transform into doggy party. We'll go to Norway. The same thing when they do na salon to salon people, they replicate the same na Norway. They sent their dogs to attack us. But guess what? Yeah, na overseas. They take the law in your hand.
Mm-hmm.
They not get permit. They want to go disrupt to protest. Now the parliamentarian take phone, call the police. The police people responded immediately within 5 minutes. Then send 2 police vans fully loaded. And then send 4 horsemen when a policeman then. Then they ride the horse, then come, then grab the fellow them. We've been feeling for them because now we salon border them. But it be very difficult to make you able to explain to them, let them understand. Because already they've been indoctrinated with the pauper syndrome. Now only one alternative we can get, let them know can disrupt the protest. Because what we go do, the message will go send. Now for 7-point-something million people where they suffer in a salon. So a selected few where they benefit from this particular status quo, no go disrupt that particular protest day. And so they were diving out. We make the message very clear, presented the petition to the Norwegian Parliament. We come out there, we go to the Foreign Affairs Committee, Foreign Affairs Ministry, to the, the Foreign Minister, sorry. Then give a very good reception. The Secretary for All African Affairs, we get a meeting with him and maybe be part of the team we go present the petition. Waiting shock me. Now for make we go inside, the lady tell we see all the things that happen at salon. We know, we get now with Dexner. So they read that and they're on salon. All the things that they do to salon people, the Scandinavian people and the government around the Scandinavian, they know the same thing they happen at UK. They know everything. Because this are the 21st century, they continue for do things, you face it continue for sweep under the carpet. It was very successful, and we presented another petition to the Secretary General for NATO, a Norwegian, and a Norway base. We sent another petition to him, well received. The message is very simple and very clear. Our message tailored around for restore democracy back in Salon. And that was the theme of the 78th session in New York. Where then behold in New York, the session centered on democracy. Because around the world, Salon and many other countries, and they suffer from waiting democracy in decline. So this time around, we as concerned Sierra Leoneans around the world, we come together. On that particular day, we been get uniform protesting. We protest at the Scandinavian, UK, and I protested. Now US, they protested again. And again, we can forget another protest in Canada. Australia, I think they don't protest already. So you see the determination, you see the zeal. What make them protest, they are very important. Now, because if you like a way you go in a battlefield as a soldier, if you not get well-defined strategy, you fail. You fail. And this now part of the strategies then what we implement. We make you see the Commonwealth don't go salon, they don't go there. Then go do preliminary investigation into all what happened. Again, they get for go there back. 2 days from now, they get for go dialogue. The EU get for day, America get for send representative. Now it make you see $450 million where pauper for those see them, they eat all salon people and suffer. America don't withhold them for us. They make you see the imposed travel ban on Madabio and the entire illegitimate government. Most of them guys, I want to see them go to New York for go attend that session, the 50-man delegation. Some of them don't get visas. Where President Koma be in power, Sarah the Great and many others, and they come for us na Italy, from which they go to US. Sarah been get visa, they get 3 year visa na book, and they take them as a case study. Where they want go at them, they want put case na head and try for taking life. Sarah the Great in America now. Not to power get visa. If you don't get that visa, they. So most of them folks away in America na that convoy, na that entourage sorry with Madabio, then we don't get visas then. As I speak to you now, American embassy they give visa to nobody yet, no any Sierra Leonean. Whether you're not part of the regime or you're not part of the regime, they don't give visa it. But then they try for stabilize and look into certain things then. So meaning all the message what they send out here, from UK to the Scandinavian to Australia to Canada to US, back home, the message they resonate very well. It resonates very well. So let me continue for push. If you get a very defined strategy, they always succeed. And I make we continue for talk to the leadership of the APC. We don't do we part. And we continue for play we part. We expect the leadership to replicate same. We not prioritize the need of the people. Matter be pull any amount of money for give now, not take them.
Okay.
Let we make sure say salon people need be prioritized at this particular time. Salon now one salon will get. No matter how we do them, now one salon will get. Thank you very much, Fatia.
Thank you so much, Andrew. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, fan comrades online, we now close the show. The show don't come to an end. We've been on air for 1 hour 45 minutes. We don't get good discussion on some of our personal opinions and what we think we party for go forward with, waiting for be them primary motive in terms of achieving anything. So we close the show now. And they can get me comrade Owakasi for just give a small speech, and then we get video to play for now, and we shall see you all next week.
Right, thank you very much. One for say, first of all, thanks to the wonderful guests them on this very important topic, we're on the dialogue topic. We don't listen to them. We know say the submission that APC not for go na that negotiation table day for go talk about APC, but now for look at the country Sierra Leone and speak from the lens of the country. So now that way they will go before we have, and they also talk say we got to put all we cases them, stand on we cases them, and make sure say we get what we want and make we not sell we cut them. So now the advice and they wouldn't give for make we go who they go to the negotiation table, make we know how they put we case them across. Before we come to the close of this one, I want to invite Tuna as the PRO of the APC UK and Ireland district. I invite every single one of una on the 30th of this month, when Saturday coming, we invite una all for kind of Manchester. We get a general meeting, we annual general meeting. This executive will get to right now that the first time that they get a general meeting from the time we hold elections. straight away after the elections, we don't put we now we all various positions them. We all head for Sierra Leone on the elections, but we don't come and we don't call the general elections, general meeting. So we get Bristol, they don't line up, then coaches them with the take off from Bristol for going to Manchester. We get Reading and Oxford, they say don't line up, then coaches them with go Manchester. We get the Midlands, they say don't line up, they own coaches them with go Manchester. The London constituency, we get the biggest membership. Then self done ready for head for Manchester. So on the 30th, all roads leading to Manchester for the APC General Membership Meeting. Very important topics that will be dealt with there. And anybody from Sweden, Norway, Denmark, the Scandinavian countries, Europe, America, would expect at least for send reps for come patronize with we on that particular day. So I want to say once again, thank you to the viewers and follow the debates, the chats, and we always enjoy the debates, the chats. We get with SLPP compatriots them, we get with APC comrades, where they all interact in the chats. Now this now we like. Follow we talk about Sierra Leone, make we respect ourselves, and then from there, we look at the interest of Sierra Leone. Once again, with me, Owen Kasu, and Fatia Samura, we want to tell you thank you, and we'll be back again Sunday next week for bringing a very, very important topic to honor. Over to you, Fatia.
Thank you very much, Comrade Owakasu. Yes, we don't get very good discussion today online regarding the dialogue within the Apna Freedom right now. So we don't get great talk about that, which is fine. Some of we don't enlighten us, particularly Andrew and Mohammed, who are good at their subjects. We'll tell you thank you, and also welcome to this platform. Also, we don't get fantastic debate on the chats within yourself, and some of us did join in as well, highlighting those comments, regardless of who you are, what you stand for. Everybody's welcome on this platform. So we like that, and we would like for to continue doing so Sunday after Sunday. Also, I just want to say to waiting, Mupira, don't say me as the organizing secretary for the London constituency. We're all welcome to Manchester on the 30th for the AGM meeting, which will be fabulous, fantastic, and interesting. We've got quite a lot for discuss within our agenda. For the APC comrades on the other side of the world, north, south, east, west, and are all welcome to Manchester on the 30th. Also, we want to say good night, goodbye, and we look for our journey, and we all soon now next week, Sunday, 7 p.m. We get a video now where they play for all our watch. Good night, good evening, goodbye. Thank you very much.
Yeah, man.
To make noise.
Yeah, lele.
To make noise.
Ah.
To make noise.
The people on tire, the people on fed up. For people they suffer, the country don't ganga. No future for the youth. So tramadol and push. Opa, they treat we like we not sober. Rest don't be here, but mine don't be here. Your pass don't be here. Petrol don't turn boy picking.
To make noise.
Free town.
To make noise.
Bokono kene makailau.
To make noise.
Makeni pot loco kabia.
To make noise.
Freedom is coming. Freedom is coming. Freedom is coming. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left. When we soldier them left, right, left, right, left, right, left. When we youth man them left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Hey, yeah. Opa, they treat we like we not sober. Rest don't be here, but mine don't be here. Your pass don't be here. Petrol don't turn boy picking.
To make noise.
Free town.
To make noise.
Cambia.
Tell them to make noise, to make noise.
Freedom is coming. Freedom is coming. Freedom is coming. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left. When me soldier them left, right, left, right, left, right, left. When me youth man them left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Power to the people. Why we economy not stable? We not able put food on the table. We don't tire with them variable. Opa, they treat we like we not sober. Yes, don't be here, but mine don't be here. Your boss don't be here. Petrol don't turn boy picking.
Tell them to make noise, to make noise.
Free town.
Tell them to make noise, to make noise.
Bokono kene makailaun.
Tell them to make noise, to make noise.
Makeni pot blocker Cambia.
Tell them to make noise, to make noise.
Freedom is coming.